We mentioned proposers and referees. We didn't mention proposers and referees. I'm talking old money here. Proposers and verifiers. So this is why this is included, and it's quite important to understand the difference. So we used to up until late 2019 ask for you to put forward a proposer and a referee. In line with many other institutions, we've now amended that. So we're only required to put forward one proposer who should have known you for at least 1 year. And then also to have your application form verified. And it's important to understand the difference between the two. The proposer should be someone who is at the membership grade or above that you're applying for. And if you're applying for professional registration, is at that registration grade or above. And effectively, the proposer is saying, I believe this person is an appropriate person to apply for and to be given professional membership and professional registration. And I'm speaking and I'm making that recommendation based on my understanding of the requirements. That doesn't have to be a Nuclear Institute professional member. That would be ideal, but we recognize that not in all work situations, there often isn't a professional member that may know you as well as they perhaps need to know your work and that side of things. Sorry, I'm just getting a door closed to my right. Apologies for the disruption. So it's worth thinking about who would be the appropriate proposer. A verifier is someone who is familiar with your work, often the line manager, if you have a line manager, and we do get queries from people who are perhaps self-employed or contractors about who would be appropriate. Someone who's familiar with your work, it might be a client, it might be someone that you have co-delivered projects with, who can then review the information you've included in your application form and verify that the information is factually accurate, the roles that you're claiming to be employed in, the sort of projects, the examples that you've given, and the input and the contribution that you've been making. So the verifier is someone who's essentially saying, yeah, I know this person, I know their work, and what they're claiming in here is accurate and correct. It may be, and we do get situations where people have changed job role, perhaps changed job role in the last year or so, and they're drawing on evidence from both the previous role and the current role. It's quite acceptable to ask two people to verify and to get them to just verify, read through, and confirm the claims you're making in your application form. If you're adding a second verifier, then it's quite acceptable for them to initial and sign the form, or indeed to put in just a second verification email that can be sent in support. In the current climate, we've been asked a few times, what do I do about getting my proposer and verifier to sign? Electronic signatures are fine, perfectly acceptable. We used to ask you to submit a hard paper copy, post as a hard paper copy and an electronic copy. That's no longer required. So the electronic copies are fine. Electronic signatures are fine. If you're struggling to do that, then getting an additional email from your proposer or your verifier, getting that sent in, and as long as we can go back to the person and confirm that, then that is all acceptable, and we're adapting to the modern world, perhaps a bit belatedly, but definitely adapting to it. If you've got any concerns, you're not sure who you can go to for this, you perhaps are self-employed or whatever, then again, the advice is always contact us, give us a call, drop us an email, and we will discuss the options with you and try and help find an appropriate solution to that. So that's your proposer and verifier. I used the word referee right at the beginning. This is my excuse for this. The only time now we use the word referee really in terms of applications is if you were to apply for fellow of the Nuclear Institute. And therefore we are asking for essentially a proposer and a referee. And the reason for that is as a fellow, you are going to be including in your application form information about your own significant individual contribution to the nuclear industry, and that you are working with significant autonomy. and the range of different examples and scenarios that people can submit on that basis are very diverse and vary hugely on, from commercial leadership to technical leadership to community engagement to developing talent for the industry, and so what we're looking for is people to actually verify those claims in a way which perhaps wouldn't be just within the purview of a line manager or a senior manager to do that. So that's the only sort of reference we now make to referees.